All right, Ethan and Sophia.
Yes.
So, today, we're going to be doing comparing numbers. Right? This is a new way. This is just a new thing in math that we've learned. So, what do you think comparing means? Or what do you think comparing means? Comparing numbers. Comparing. What do you think?
I think that it means to see how much between two numbers.
What do you think, Ethan?
I think it means switching numbers and moving them into switching them around.
Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind. All right? So don't lose your thoughts. Keep thinking about it. Now I want y'all to look at this. What's this number, Sophia?
30.
What's this number, Ethan?
110.
Just this one.
10.
10, right? So I want you to, both of you, to tell me if 30 is bigger than 10, if 30 is less than 10, or if 30 is the same as 10.
30 is bigger than 10.
30 is bigger than 10. So next to it, I'm going to write.
I know what you're going to write.
Hold on.
Crocodile.
I'm going to write bigger. Okay? Now, what's this number, Ethan?
12.
What's this number, Sophia?
32.
32. So, is 12 greater? Is 12 bigger, less, bigger, smaller, or the same?
Bigger.
12 is bigger.
Bigger.
12 is bigger than 32? What comes first on the number line? 12 or 32?
12.
So, is 12 bigger, smaller, or the same as 32?
Smaller.
So, I'm going to write smaller next to this.
Small. Smaller.
Now, Sophia, what's this number?
20.
What's this number?
20.
Right?
Oh, I know what it is.
Is it?
The same. Equal to.
It's the same,
You
right?
can call it equal to.
Ethan, sweetie. So, as Ethan has pointed out before, you can also call it equal to, right? Because when we're comparing numbers,
Go noodle.
let's just wait. We don't have to blurt. I know it's just two of us, but we don't have to blurt, okay?
Okay.
We still have to be patient. We still have to be respectful. We still have to raise our hand. Just like we do when we're in a big group. All right? Now, Demetria. I know you just started that, but can you play the video? Y'all two watch this video. Oh, no, it's up there already.
Oh, it's on the computer?
Yeah, the computer.
Oh, I hope I didn't flush the haters.
Multiplication counting
Yeah.
number season.
All right, y'all, make sure you pay attention because I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
An alligator living in the swamp. Sneak up on numbers and start to chomp. Whenever two numbers sat on the ground, she faced the bigger one and gobbled it down. When there are two numbers that are the same, the gator changes form and she swaps her name because she isn't sure exactly how to dine. She stands right in the middle as an equal sign. Number gators like to eat what's greater. They turn their backs on what is less. Their mouths open wide for a bigger side, and they munch down the whole great mess.
All right, that's it. Thank you. Can you have a seat, sweetie, please? I didn't ask you any questions yet. Just hold on. Gotta be patient, right? We gotta wait, right? Can we hold off on our statement for a few minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, Miss
So,
Yard.
just like the video said, just like Ethan said, and maybe Sophia has noticed too, when we're comparing numbers, when numbers are bigger or smaller or the same as something, our fancier way to say it is that something is greater than, less than, or equal to, right? Just like the alligator was talking about in the video, right? Can you close your folder and put it to the side, Ethan? Thank you. Put it to the side. So, when we have numbers that are next, Ethan, sweetie, we're over here now. Turn around and face me. When we have two numbers, the bigger number, if the bigger number is in the front and the smaller number is in the side, we say that it is greater than, right? Because 30 is bigger than 10. Another way to say bigger is greater. Ethan, sweetie, over here. Right? So next to or under bigger, I'm going to write greater than. And remember our alligator mouth?
Yes.
It will face,
This
see it this
way.
it will face this way.
Yep, 'cause it looks like an arrow because that's where an alligator mouth.
It looks like an alligator mouth, but it's actually an arrow. It's actually
But
the
if
other way
you draw a
around.
line, that's a real arrow. But it looks like an alligator, a mouth bar. It looks like a human lips.
Okay. So this is what our sign looks like for bigger, for greater than. Now, we said this was smaller than. Our fancy word to say smaller than is less than.
Less than.
Less than and smaller than mean the same thing, but I want you to use the fancy word, the better word, the less than, okay?
Tiny.
Another way to say smaller is tiny or more tiny, if you're
More
being specific.
tiny.
But we're gonna say
A little
smaller.
bit.
Smaller.
number.
Ethan, sweetie, you gotta let me talk.
Okay.
Smaller means less than, right? Now, Sophia and Ethan. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Demetria, can you change the screen so they can't see it? To, whatever.
Y'all gotta pay attention. Are we looking at what I'm doing?
Ethan. Sophia. Thank you. Now, when we have two numbers that are what? That are what?
The same.
We call that equal
Equal
to,
to.
right?
Yeah.
So-
you find an equal.
I'm going to write
Equal to.
equal to, just like I did with the other ones.
But that's different. It's the same.
No, I'm writing it just the way I wrote these.
Can I try?
Equal to.
Where do equal sound?
And our sign is this way. Whoops, I forgot to show you the sign for smaller than. So for less than, which way does our sign face? If greater than is this way, which way does less than face? This way or this way? That way, right?
Yeah.
So when we compare numbers, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Now, a way to help us remember is just like the way the gator was in the video.
Yep, that'll help.
The gator is hungry. And the gator is hungry. It wants to eat as much as it can, right?
But it can't eat two numbers as the same together.
It can't eat two because it gets confused. It doesn't know which one is which. So either it doesn't eat either one of
if he
them,
makes
or it eats both.
So he doesn't make an equal with his mouth.
He just stands in the middle
And
and doesn't eat anything.
If it's a bigger number, he opens his mouth this way.
Right? Because
And one is it's a bigger
one
number on the
second.
other side. You can do-
Give me a
you do it
second.
this way.
Ethan, sweetie, you have to let me talk.
Yes.
So, Gator's always going to want to eat as much as he can. He wants to get full and get comfortable.
And unhealthy?
Well, depending on what he's eating, yeah, it could be unhealthy. But numbers aren't really healthy or unhealthy, right? He just likes numbers.
They're not really food either.
They're not really food, right?
We have a number about this, and it's called the Number Show.
Okay, we can watch it later maybe.
Maybe.
All right? But the alligator mouth is open to the bigger number. It wants to munch down on this 30. It doesn't want 10 because 10 is not very much, right?
So he's going to be half 30 full.
He's going to be 30 full. That
And
is very
32.
right? And he's going to be 32 full. Why? Because 32 is
bigger.
Is the bigger number. He wants to eat that bigger number.
Oh, it's 62.
Yeah.
That's the answer, 62. So he's going to be 62 meters in the food.
Yeah, if he keeps on going down, he's going to go from this to this, is 30 to 30 to the 62.
And if he ate
Have a
10
seat,
and
sweetie.
12, it will be 22.
Very true. But with comparing numbers, we don't really add them. We just look at them. Okay?
Okay, guys.
Now, with this one, like you said, he's confused. Neither one of them is bigger. So he just stands in the middle.
He could eat both of them.
He
Then
could
only
eat
go
both.
40.
It sure would. You go, Ethan. Your little brain just keep on moving, sometimes faster than we think. All right? So, kiss your brain. Kiss your brain, Sophia. Little smarty pies. All right. So, now this paper.
I know how to make it equal with my
I'm always a good
arms.
math
That's how I
girl.
make it equal with your arms.
You can make equal with your arms.
I'm
Ooh,
always
that's a good thing. How do we show equal with our arms, Ethan? Like this.
On this side, you do the alligator mouth.
And how, if our bigger number is on this side, which way would the mouth be? If our bigger number is right here, which way would our mouth be? There you go. If my bigger number was right here, which way would our mouth go? Our arms. Right? Good job.
If our smaller number.
So you can also think of that. I didn't even think of that. That was very good, Ethan. It's not really, well, it could be homework, but we're going to start out in the class. So,
It's a good
nope, put the pencil down yet. We're not doing it yet.
Equal to.
All right.
Less than.
Sophia, do you want to read the directions for me? The directions are right here. Can you see them?
Yes. Write the correct symbol in the boxes. The first is done for you.
Very good, sweetie. So let's look at the first
I have
one.
a question.
What's your question?
One day I did this homework sheet and they had
You've
11,
done this before?
11. Yeah, it was homework. And
You've
then-
done this exact paper before.
But
Really?
it didn't look like this. It just had apples. It was
Oh,
inside
that
an
apples?
apple.
Oh, it's different.
was
So
a
it wasn't
worm.
this sheet.
It was a worm.
Did you do it at home on your own?
This
And they had 11, I had to find equal.
So you already knew what I was talking about.
I know this. I'll just write it all
Well, look at that.
This
All right. All right. Can you put your name on the paper?
Yes.
Ethan,
I'll write it
Sophia?
very fast.
I can.
Okay, this is a bad pencil. Really? I gotta get a new pencil.
Be careful.
I dropped it.
Date is
11-2-18.
2000.
You can put 18.
Yeah, I want y'all to still get in the habit of writing the whole number. Because very soon it's gonna say something different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say something, and while I'm saying this, I want you to look at your paper and I want you to listen to me.
Yes.
I want you to hold off any questions or comments until after I finish. Okay.
Okay.
No, sir. Can you put your pencil down? Put your pencil down, Ethan. So, our first question we're going to solve is 9. And a what? A 3. All right. So, we have to figure out if 9 is greater than. If Ethan, you've got to stop interrupting me, sweetie. I'm not a happy camper if I keep getting interrupted. Put your fingers down, and I really need you to pay attention. So, I have the number 9 and I have the number 3. I have to try to decide if 9 is greater than, 9 is less than, or if 9 is equal to 3. So, I think to myself, is 9 bigger? Is it smaller? Or is it the same?
Bigger.
I'm asking myself that.
Oh.
Now, I see that 9 is bigger. And I remember our alligator likes to eat bigger numbers. So I'm going to have my mouth open to the bigger number. Because I'm going to munch.
This is equal.
I'm going to munch down on that big number. Because I'm a hungry alligator, right?
Yes.
So, if I say 9 is bigger than 3 and I drew my mouth this way, I can say 9 is greater than 3. right?
Yeah.
Can we say that together?
9 is greater than 3.
Okay? Now, Sophia, what's our next numbers?
Our next numbers are 2.
If I did this one, which one's next?
6,
So say it out loud.
5, and 4.
We have 5 and 4. Now we're trying to figure out. We want to know which one is greater, less than, or equal to, right? So, Ethan, can you tell me if 5 is bigger, smaller, or the same as 4?
Bigger.
It's bigger, right?
I mean giant.
Giant, right? So which number would our alligator mouth eat? Would it eat the 5 or would it eat the 4?
5.
Okay, so let's open our alligator mouth to it.
Ah.
So how do we say this, Sophia?
So you can say 5 is greater than 4.
Exactly.
Or you could say 5 is big and 4 is small.
But remember, we're learning how to compare. And when we compare, we use the fancy words.
I could say equal to.
Ethan, we're not there yet. Take your time. All right, make sure you write this one.
Oh, okay. Right.
And then when you write that down, Ethan, put your pencil back down.
Okay.
All right, we just did some too.
I did both mine.
Wait.
Yep. Now, Ethan, what's our next? All I want you to tell me is the numbers. What are the next numbers we're doing?
2.
2?
There.
2. To do that same thing. Is it bigger, smaller, or the same?
Equal to.
The same.
Is it bigger, smaller, or the same?
The same.
The same.
Right? So is our alligator going to eat this 2, that 2, or is it going to be confused and stand in the middle?
Confusion stand in the middle.
So here's our alligator mouth confusing in the middle. How do we say this?
Equal to.
2 is equal to 2.
Say it.
2
is
is
equal
to 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
You can make
Too
it-
many
That's a lot of
2s.
2s. All right, so we do that there.
I already drew mine.
Next time we need to wait for me.
Okay. Some of the big
Let's look at the next one. What 2 numbers do we have?
7 and
7 and 8.
7 and 8. I'm going to make this more of a 7 so I don't get this confused.
Seven look like
Yes.
an arrow.
How are we gonna know which one they want? How are we gonna know if they want the bigger one or the smaller one?
Well, our alligators always want to eat the bigger one
Because you want to be big and
because he wants to be as full and as strong as possible.
No, I think it's unhealthy or healthy.
Depends on what he's eating. If he's eating apples, he can use many. Well,
Because you can confuse the
alligators are a little bit different than us. They can kind of eat whatever they
Or
want and not
crocodile.
really suffer the consequences.
Actually, it was a crocodile or alligator.
Crocodile or alligator, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's easier for us to remember alligator. We're used to alligators all the
We
time.
Actually,
live
I
near
know how to
We
draw
sure
an
do.
alligator.
We're gonna draw it later. I want you to draw me a picture and bring it to me tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's look at this. Sophia,
Yes.
put your pencil down.
Come on.
Now, let's look at this. Sophia, does 7 or 8 come first on the number line?
7.
So, is 7 bigger or smaller than 8?
Smaller.
It's smaller. So, since 7 is smaller, will the alligator want to eat the 7? Which number is he going to want to eat?
The 8.
So, our mouth should be facing what number?
The 8.
Mm-hmm. Right? So, how do we say this, Ethan?
7 and 8.
7 is what?
7 is bigger than 8.
Is 7 bigger than 8?
No.
No, 7 is smaller than 8.
And what's our fancy word for smaller?
Less than.
Less than.
Less than. So, how do we say this? 7 is what?
Less than 8.
So, say the whole thing together.
7 is less than 8.
There you go. One more. I want to do this one together, then I'm having to do the other ones on your own.
Accidentally didn't do it right.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. What's our last two numbers that we're going to, on the last row there?
Oh, I know what it is.
3,
5. 3 and 5.
She got like one.
3,
more.
5.
It's the last one. It's
3
the last
and
one.
5. It's 3, 5. 3, 5.
3 and 5.
Sophia, you're supposed to pack up and everything.
Oh, because she's going home now. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's not coming back.
Okay. Let me finish. It's going to take me like 1 minute. So, what numbers do we have?
3 and 5.
Which number is bigger?
5.
So, what way is our alligator mouth going to face?
The 5. This way.
So, is it going to be open to the 5 or is it going to be open to the 3?
The 5. Open to the 5.
Yep. Open. That way. Our mouth is eating it. Ah, right? So, how do we say this?
3 is less than 5.
There you go. Did you write it there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Sophia, since you have to go, you're going to do the rest of this
At home.
at home.
Okay.
Ethan, since you're still here, don't forget to put this in your folder, Sophia, so you can go.
I'll find this in my phone.
We're still here.